So here I am again. Um, my name is Erica Horwitz. I'm a psychologist in Vancouver in private practice. And I am a certified mindfulness based stress reduction teacher. I've been teaching mindfulness for a long time. And mindfulness has made such a big difference in my life with many challenges that my family has gone through in the last many years. And so it's not only something that I offer because it's part of my professional training, but because it has been so life-changing. It's made such a difference for me in the last about 15 years or so. So all the little bits that I offer you through these videos is also something that is very meaningful and helpful in my own life. So I wanted to talk about, I've talked about waiting and letting go of that. But today I wanted to talk about this, this thing that we humans do where we want things to be a certain way. We hold on to our needing things to be a certain way. And when we hold on that hard to things being the way we want them to be, if they happen to be different than that, then we suffer. And so from the mindfulness traditions, we know that there is suffering. Being alive and being a human being will mean that there will be suffering from time to time. But then the question is, do we participate in aggravating our own suffering? And we do. You can have some suffering because, you've had, well, just now, right? With COVID, we're all home, we're all not able to have our normal life. And we don't like it. And so we keep hoping that this will be over, or we would like things to be different than they are. When we don't surrender or relax into things as they are, we have sort of reality at this end and our resistance at the other. And so we're doing this. Reality saying, well, this is the way it is. And we're saying, well, I don't like it. I want it different. But if you don't have the power to change it, if you did this a lot, your arms would get really tired. And then it gets frustrating. So from the mindfulness traditions, we are taught that we will have pain if we are part of the world. But there is a part that's optional, and that's the suffering that we aggravate by how we relate to our pain. And so if we're having any difficulty and we don't have power to change it, where does that leave us, right? It may leave us very unhappy the more that we hate our reality. And so part of this process is really asking ourselves, what is my current reality, right? And a reality where there's, that I cannot change at this point. So then we talk about the practice of letting go, right? Letting go of being so attached and so invested in having a certain kind of life that we can't currently have. So I think through this time, we've been challenged to do a lot of accepting and letting go, a lot of adapting. But that's the beauty about being a human being, that we do have the amazing ability to adapt and to find meaning and to adapt as we are having life change on us or when we encounter limits. So when you find yourself suffering or frustrated, do ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What am I not willing to let go of? And the letting go may be temporary or not, but the letting go of wanting things to be different often will reduce our suffering. I want to just do an asterisk here, a little note, that there are some times where what is skillful is not to accept something. If you are in a situation where you're being mistreated or abused, that's not the kind of thing that you should have to accept. If any of you watching this are in a situation where you are in any danger of being mistreated, or you are in the middle of an abusive situation, you know, you can find some of the many services for battered women in, and I'm saying women because, you know, it's often women. If you're a male, you know, find a way to protect yourself or be out, or reach out to a psychologist or to the Battered Women's Society. So I don't mean to say that if you're in a situation that is horrific, that you should accept that. I'm talking about, you know, the average general things that we want or get attached to that sometimes we don't have access to. Or if you have someone in your life that has an illness or a struggle and it's outside of your hands to fix that and you're suffering, that's the part of the letting go, right? Letting go of the hope that they would be healthy today when they aren't. So I leave you with that beautiful prayer or poem that is often used in Alcoholics Anonymous, that says, "May I be granted serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change those I can, and wisdom to know the difference." So this is about accepting what we cannot change and knowing how to distinguish where we have power and where we don't have power. Thank you so much for listening, and I will see you in the next video. And I hope you're taking good care of yourselves. If you live in the Lower Mainland and you need further support for counseling, you can find me, and I'd be happy to do some private sessions as well. Thank you, and take good care. Talk soon.